is a lot like life. The first thing you need to do when you're trying to throw a pot on the wheel is to center the clay. Otherwise, nothing is going to go well, which is so much like our everyday life. This is centered really quickly. There's a feeling about it when you've got that clay centered. See, my hands are not moving. And there's that feeling of total centeredness with everything around you, just like us inside. I haven't thought this out. I very rarely do unless I'm really promising myself I'm going to make something. This is quite a large lump of clay. It's around 3 pounds. And I think I'm going to go up rather than out with it. So we need to keep this centered. And then start to open her up. Pull that opening a bit further so that I can get my hands in to pull the vessel up with an eye on keeping this centered, doesn't go out of shape. This is a lovely feel of rhythm. The first time that I ever got on a wheel, it felt very familiar to me, and I just really didn't want to stop. And I've been working ever since with clay. I haven't worked on the wheel for a while now, but I've been hand building. But we're going to take this clay up, I think. We can go out or up at this stage. And again, like life, this is about not losing control of any part of it as it spins on our journey here with the clay, but also in life. And it's interesting because with clay at all times we need to stay with our hands and arms grounded into our body so that we remain stable with the pot. Because without that groundedness within, everything spins out of control. Very similar to our everyday life. Keep the water involved. Remember, every cell in our body runs on water, and the electricity, our energy, is using that as a conductor of the energy. And this is very much with this pot. We need the water. And they say, you know, in the pottery industry that clay has a memory. I'd actually dispute that it's the clay and the clay particles. I think it's the water, because I know that water has a memory. And I've always thought that's really interesting that they'll tell you that and this is why we have to wedge the clay after we've built one piece and perhaps decided to break it down again, because the clay will still hold the memory of that piece that you originally made. And for me, it's the memory in the water. And that's a proven scientific fact that water has that memory. Always got to be aware of every part of this so that we don't lose control of the top piece here. Our hands are such amazing things, aren't they, that we use in life. And for clay work like this, you'd be surprised what your hands know to do. I found this with the first time that I started to work with clay again. It was like familiar. Did that come through a past life? Or yeah, for me it has to be that. Because I've never, until I came to Mexico, actually worked with clay at all. I'm very much a free form person, so this is kind of developing now, and I don't have any vases in my house. So this is going to be great because it's going to be quite tall here, and I don't want to have to buy huge bunches of flowers, so I'm making this hole here smaller by cupping my hands in. I can actually pull it up more because it doesn't need to be that thick. Let's have it more delicate. is a very old wheel from the 1960s that I managed to buy second hand here, and I love the hum of it now. Person that makes many things that are straight up and down. I don't have that sort of mind. I like the folds and the curves, and the same in life really. I don't follow other people's rules, and I've tended to create my life as I create my pottery and whatever I really want to do. So always keeping my elbows pushed into my body so that my body is the grounding point for this pot. And that grounding is so important in life. I have clay all over my hair already. Taking off a little bit of the irregularity on the top here. And I'm not one of those perfectionists where it has to be a certain way and everything even. The clay is quite uneven on this, but I love it. I love the shape that's kind of occurring on this top now. It's kind of elliptical, the whole. See, with the clay being wet, we can correct things that happen, like a little bit of the debris from the bottom has come up now, but just by putting a finger on there, I can completely clean that away. Then the trimming at the next stage, when it comes off the wheel, gets rid of the errors as well. But this is so satisfying to have something that's now going to dry and be fired with another one of our elements. And then can be glazed with all those minerals that come from the earth, like iron oxide. And I was trying to think of the blue one. I can't think of it at the moment. I haven't used it in a while. But all the glazes are made from minerals, which is all about the earth. So we're using the clay from the earth. We're using the minerals to colour it, and then we use the fire. And the air is what is in this motion, and the water is what keeps it moist and free-flowing and going into whatever form we want. I hope you've enjoyed this.